In this video, we're going to discuss a unique way to strengthen the body rather than making muscles bigger. Hyperarch fascia training has a totally different approach when it comes to strengthening and conditioning the body. When the properties and behaviors of fascia are studied and understood, the understanding of why hyperarch fascia training gets better results than mainstream training, it becomes more clear. In order to achieve optimal performance, fascia needs to have the ability to slide and glide, to create supple and effortless movement, accuracy, speed, strength, and power. Fascia needs to be made functionally stiff through a process known as fascial tensioning. A good fascial tensioning creates elite performance. A bad fascial tensioning creates pathology. You know how elite natural athletes are developed through childhood? Their talent in movement, power, and accuracy dwarfs others at a much younger age without bigger muscle size. In our study, they usually possess what we call fascially molded feet or hyperarch mechanism. The signs that can be observed of elite naturals occur through this development cycle includes the prominent anterior tibial tendon in the ankle, the visible extender tendons on the top of the foot, the double calf formation of gastroc and soleus, the natural heel suspension and elevation when running without taxing the calf, and the 90-degree foot to shin angle when the heels are off the ground. Being hyperarch fascia driven makes you feel lighter as your heels are naturally suspended off the ground through the tensegrity network, and the ground force is distributed through the body more evenly. Movement becomes effortless, and transitions between different types of movement becomes easier and more balanced. There are many examples of athletes making difficult movement tasks look easy and effortless. But the things we have mentioned are the prerequisites, aka hardware, for the internal foundation, aka software. Hyperarch fascia training stabilizes the body across multiple joints and muscles so they become stronger and better adapted at distributing ground force through the entire web. The stability and stiffness that is created is through a process by turning fibroblasts that lays down the fascia matrix into healthy myofibroblast cells, which possess contractile capabilities, and 40% of muscle force is transmitted through the fascia to the bone. Fascia, being a sensory organ and having 6 to 10 times more capacity for proprioception, interoception, and kinesthesia, means that much more signals can travel through the body quicker with the elite level of fascial fitness, and may result in improved performance and quicker learning. The fascia forms superhighways for neurological messaging. A good way to visualize this is an athlete having the same capacity to overhead dumbbell press the same weight in each hand, but can now execute the tennis ball throw with the same power or accuracy with both hands. Muscular imbalance is not present, but unilateral fascial connection and integration may be different. Hyperarch fascia training takes a limited amount of time to recover and does not have the same DOMS effect of the mainstream muscle-based training. This is because HFT facilitates fascial integration and type 1 collagen production and healthy myofibroblast production. It does not damage the muscle the same way occurred in muscle-based training. The fascia system updates the hardware and software overnight, whereas a hypertrophy muscle must be repaired and rebuilt from the damage that occurred the day before. A potential problem could occur if the fascia integration and connection is suboptimal. The muscle-focused training through weightlifting in the gym would neglect fascia's holistic properties and reinforce segmented muscle contraction. It also conditions the athlete to push weight through their heels. This may cause issues and lead to incorrect movement pattern and conditioning and force dorsiflexion. A lack of muscle relaxation and flow may be observed in athletes who undergo hypertrophy-based muscle-focused training without proper fascial connections. And these athletes can become more robotic, which can affect technique. However, this does not mean weights are bad. An experienced coach can use periodization and incorporate proper weight training principles to maximize neuromuscular output once the proper fascial connections are made. The elite naturals observed at the highest level were not made by lifting weights in the gym. At a young age, their fascial connections have built them the way you see them on TV. Their internal foundations are totally different, and that is why it's not about what they do, but how they do it. These things are occurring inside of the body and cannot be easily seen. So make no mistake, even though you are doing the same gym exercises as them, you will unlikely get the same result as the elite natural because of the difference in fascial connection. Anyone could be situated along the spectrum of athleticism from muscle-driven on one end to fascia-driven on the other. Nobody is exactly alike. However, on the highest level, we can spot common patterns, for example, higher ankle stiffness, lesser dorsiflexion angle, and higher functional muscle stiffness from advanced fascial integration. Of course, glute dominance. Keep in mind, having higher fascial fitness does not necessarily guarantee success. It takes hard work and dedication and discipline. Having lower fascial fitness does not guarantee failure, but an opportunity to change, to understand how elite naturals are built. Start with the basic 3 HFT exercises, which can be found on this YouTube channel and in the highlights on Instagram.